Welcome back to another Big Ideas with BFO. I'm your host, Steve. Today, let's talk about algo chasing. Have you done it? Are you guilty of algo chasing? I've been guilty of it. Watching what Google's up to, algo chasing and publishing a blog post following a major algo update generates a lot of eyeballs, a lot of traffic. People do want to know what's going on. And frankly speaking, many people get hurt when algos update as well. However, there are some tried and true methods for not having to worry about algo updates and the work that you're doing on your website. Pillar-based content and Google's EEAT principle. If you marry those two things together to build out a strong web experience, and I'm going to throw Core Web Vitals into this as well, you're going to be in really great shape when leaning up against any algorithm update. If you're not doing anything spammy or crappy, and you're practicing strong content with pillar-based content, and what we call, planets and satellites, is this idea of pillar-based content that has 13 pieces of content related to a topic. Demand Jump has sort of perfected this. I will give them credit there. It's amazing stuff that they're building and doing and showing, and that if you've got 13 pieces of related content starting in the middle with the pillar page, you have the potential to grow your traffic by 30% or more around that body of content. So if I think about that, and if I think about Google's EEAT principle, which they still stand by through all of their updates in the last year, they're catching up on AI with Gemini and everything else. Google still stands firmly behind EEAT, which is super cool. And if you think about that with site performance, with Core Web Vitals and page speed stuff, focus on those three things. And listen, most of the CMSs out of the box are giving you strong navigation, basic SEO. When you want to get to staying ahead of the algorithms, stop chasing the algorithms, do the right thing with strong pillar-based content, EEAT, and strong site performance. Now, if you're worried about AI in the mix of all this, we all are a little bit, right? We follow that to say, what's Google doing with the AI search results? Well, the good news is the most recent updates have gone back to using the top 10 search results in fueling the AI search results. So if you were a top 10, top 15, 20 result before, you're probably part of the AI conversation. If you want to optimize for Google's AI, a couple of key points, and these come from different people, Dale Bertrand and Andy Prestadina, and a few other people who I follow and have a ton of respect for. Think about citations and quotes in your content on your site. Think about real people, real quotes. Link back to those folks, give them a little cred there. Also, schema. If you haven't done schema, and I read a stat that said only 30% of websites are actively using schema, get back to your site, use the appropriate schema in the appropriate places. This is really a database for Google to crawl on your site. If your schema matches your body content, you're going to be golden, and they're using that to fuel the AI. So if you want to be part of that conversation, let's say you've got some striking distance keywords and content that are sitting on page 2 of Google, and you don't have schema, drop schema on there, tweak that page, and see if you can't find your way onto page 1 and into that AI-generated conversation. And beyond the AI-generated conversation, strong SEO is still strong SEO. You can call it AIO, call it anything you want. All we're doing is evolving SEO so that we've got stronger content quality for Google to be able to reference when they're building out their AI results, as well as the rest of their search results. So, what did we talk about today? We talked about 3 things. We talked about pillar-based content, EEAT, and Core Web Vitals / page speed. Focus on those 3 things, and then I'll add a 4th, schema. Add those 4 things to your website, or focus on those 4 things and tweaking them, and I'm pretty sure you'll get a step or 2 ahead of the competition. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.